Hello and welcome to the live stream show where 4 out of 5 dentists recommend it, and 1 out of 2 hosts are completely lying. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Project Talk, your favorite Sunday afternoon, 4:30 p.m. stream from the Eastern Seaboard out of 2 different countries. We're very worldly. We're very worldly.
Same time zone though.
What's that?
Same time zone though.
That is true. Eastern Seaboard.
24 time zones to choose from, and we landed in the same.
Yes, but we're separated by that huge border with the big mountain and the wall on the top. So
It's true. I scaled the mountain for a little while last week, but they kicked me back out on Monday.
yeah, they said you stayed too long. Get out.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. I'm gonna run down the chat because it's really small right now. According to StreamYard, it was 0 watching, went to 7, and now it's back to 4. I don't really know how all that works and if any of it's true. Were there really 7 people? And as soon as we fired up, they said, "Oh wait, this show's approved by dentists. We're out." But Felipe gets bragging rights tonight because he is first, at least the first one I can see. Uncle Ron is also here. Print Fast is here. I don't know if I recognize that name, Print Fast.
It used to be Fast Print.
If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, my apologies. I suck with names. That's all there is to it. Alan Osborne is here. Ollie is here. Clint is here. 3D Medic Vince is here, and Bryce is here. It's like a bunch of, I don't want to use the term old, but like regulars, and then a new person. I love it.
You think you're bad with names? I have to look up who you are every week before we stream.
I have a post-it note down here with your name on it, and it like points to your side of the screen.
I have exciting news. No, not that news. That's other news.
No, I know later. Not that news. We already talked about that, but
Kay and I talked a bunch, and we figured out how I'm going to. So the recording studio is decent enough, but it isn't great for everything. So I have to tailor my shots to the spot versus having tailored the spots to what I want to do.
Okay.
So we came up with a game plan for how it's going to be set up going forward, which is going to require a bit of work, but it's going to allow me to be able to do like shooting from so for example, what you're doing right now, shooting from behind the desk with the camera dead on. It'll still give me that. It'll still give me the ability to shoot directly against a wall for like the computers, or if I'm working on something, still give me overhead shots, as well as allow me to have a corner, which I have found, especially with like the retro stuff, is really good for framing off a shot. Excellent. Where you've got the walls coming in on either side and then the computer in the center. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to like build that up and probably unveil it at some point. Probably in the new year. Let's be honest.
For the new year.
I want to get it done in time for the big project that I've been working on.
Oh, are you working on a big project? Any of you guys out there that don't know, you would know if you follow James on Patreon.
It's true. It's a big project, but also aimed to be a small project.
Oh, good play.
Yep. And I've been shocked that every part that I've designed so far has not required a reprint, but it doesn't require a reprint because I'm not printing it in the filament that I'm going to use for the final draft. Had I jumped right to the final one, then nothing would fit and I would have wasted it. But I actually think I'm going to, after going through the time and effort to get that roll of filament imported, I think I'm going to paint it instead. I think I'm going to sand it and paint it, get rid of the layer lines and stuff. So anybody in chat, much experience with printing PETG? From what I've read online, it actually paints easier than PLA. Like you can put acrylic right onto it, but I want to find out if that's true because I don't trust Google.
I don't know if I have ever. I mean, I have printed a crap ton of PETG. I don't know if I've ever painted any of it. I've painted PLA. I would think that PETG could have the same issue where the PLA did, where it wicked up the paint. But if you're painting the whole thing, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm definitely going to sand prime it first, get rid of the layer lines as much as I can. So that is the current plan.
You need a little 3D gloop.
I actually bought a bunch of 3D gloop.
You could just smear some 3D gloop on it and actually smooth it out that way without sanding it.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah, it'll probably cost you like $10,000, but I mean, no offense to the Andrews, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yep.
But
Well,
yes,
I think I'm going to while we're chatting today, I think I'm going to start mocking up in Fusion 360 how I want this filming area to sort of be laid out, because I have to order the desks that are going to go into place. Kay and I had been discussing it back and forth, and then suddenly I came up with an idea, and I'm like, "Hey, what if I did this? Would that work?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think that would actually work, because I need some flexibility, you know."
Yeah, absolutely. I fully hear you. Now, my studio space, my previous studio space, right now looks like a tornado went through it. I mean, I would absolutely be embarrassed to show anybody what it looks like, because not only did I just kind of abandon a whole bunch of stuff up there, um, so I gifted myself already for Christmas. I've already purchased my own Christmas presents for this year. I bought myself 3 new monitors for my regular workstation, the
Why aren't
place
you a
that
fancy boy?
well, I spend a lot of time there, and I've been using the same 24-inch monitors since 2014. So I went to 27-inch monitors. As I get older, my eyesight's not nearly as good as it used to be.
That's fair.
So when I'm editing video, for those of you who use Premiere, down in the timeline where it shows the name of the file, it was so small I couldn't see it. So yeah, so I went to a larger monitor. I brought them a little closer to my face. Everything should be good. I did actually splurge. The stand that I bought is a 3+1. So I have 3 27-inch monitors and a 24 up over the top in the center. Because why not, right? But
Absolutely.
so all that messes up there, because I the stand came yesterday, and in the midst of tuning the Christmas light show, which I'll go over all that in a little bit, uh, I was getting the stand put together and the monitors mounted, and so there's just crap everywhere. But number one son, where he sits upstairs, he's at a fairly small desk. It's only 5 feet wide, and it's relatively narrow. I think it's only 2 feet deep. It might be 30 inches, but I have given him my old 24-inch monitors, which takes up every bit of the desk, and so we kind of snowballed around an idea of moving him over where the FK1 used to sit. So where this was pretty much just right there.
Yep.
But it's going to have to be a custom desk. There's no way I'm going to be able to buy a desk for what he needs. We want to have his computer set up, and we also want him to have an area for his DJ controller and stuff, so that he can do his music mixes and stuff. So I begun knocking that up in Rhino. So I completely understand how you're where you're coming from with this. So, but with wood prices the way they are, he might be sitting on the floor. I don't know.
As he deserves.
Uncle Ron said if you cover the PETG with peanut butter and wait for it to get dry and crusty, then the paint will stick to the crustiness. Actually, I think that would be exactly the opposite effect.
So always so helpful. Well, and by that I mean always the exact same amount of helpfulness every single time.
Which is not much.
You don't help much.
So I obviously didn't do anything to the Prusa the whole. What has it been 2 weeks because we didn't stream last week.
Yeah, I was playing video games. I shot a video that weekend. So much
Awesome.
footage. Don't know how it's going to go together yet. I bought lapel mics. Check out these bad boys. I should probably blow myself up.
Don't do it. You have so much to live for.
Name 5 things.
That nacho cheese that you bought.
That was for Kay.
Yeah, but you have to eat it now.
So this has a wireless receiver that pops out.
Okay.
And so you connect that to whatever your input is, in this case, right into the camera. And then I've got I'll pull out the non-fuzzy one. It's got the lapels that clip on.
Nice. Oh, those
They
are
have
nice and small.
Yeah, and they have so each one lasts for 9 hours on a charge, and they've got built-in noise cancellation, so you can
Nice.
turn it on or off if you want it. So I do find the noise cancellation does kill a little bit of the high range, which makes a difference in my voice, but probably won't make a difference in a lot of other people's voices. Um, but yeah, and they come with a battery bank
Yeah,
stand
that's
for it.
pretty neat.
Yeah, so I think you get I forget how many charges you get out of each one, but I won't share it with anybody else, but I can quickly fire it to you, and you can tell me what you think the audio quality sounds like from it. Just because it sharing it with everybody else would give away what the next video is going to be on the retro channel.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it's probably easier if I do it from my phone. I'm getting all high tech. I actually don't have affiliate links for the Amazonians. I didn't get enough sales and they shut it down.
Oh, did I go away there for a second?
Oh yeah, I didn't realize. I just thought you're either constipated or thinking really hard.
Or both. Sometimes I think really hard when I'm constipated.
I'm thinking really hard about how constipated I am.
You should DM me the information on that, and I will share an affiliate link.
I would be glad to. I get, you know what? What do I like the video that I'm releasing? It doesn't matter if people know what's coming. It's not like somebody's gonna.
Nope. Remember, I asked the group, and they told me to quit blabbing my mouth about what was coming up in the future. They don't want to know.
That's about your channel though. Let's see if people in chat here want it. Plus, they can not click on it if they don't want to know. I'm not telling people. See how well that works. Okay, where's Glen King 40? Did you watch the first episode of Roadside Restorations?
I haven't. I have them, but I haven't watched them.
I watched it because the first episode's on YouTube for free.
The story that I need to tell is that the month of November and December is stupid busy for me. I don't get a lot done in November and December for sure. So
there, so I tossed a link up there. Everybody can see if the audio is worth it. Like I said, there is a little bit of a difference with the noise cancellation on, but it also does deliver quite sound free or quite noise free audio.
Yeah, I like those little the Comica ones that I bought, the lapels.
These ones too. So if you want to, like, if you're just a single person, basically each lapel records to a different channel.
What does your dating status have to do with
it? Each lapel records to a different channel. So if you had two people talking, it'd be like left channel, right channel.
Yep.
But if you're just using them single, you can also press and hold the button on the receiver, and it puts it into like single stereo mode, so it goes to both channels. So that way you could have 18 hours off of one charge of the two sets.
Well, and see what I did with that for out in the garage. I mean, I don't have that one. Mine's the Comica, but I had my lapel as one channel and I had the boom mic as the other channel. That way, like when I was speaking, I was clear, but when I was working, the tools weren't, right here,
Yeah.
And it worked out really well. I don't have a flashlight out here. I think I said the last time we streamed that I needed better lighting out here, and I didn't do anything about it.
That sounds like something you'd do.
Yeah. I'm such a procrastinator. I would procrastinate, but I'd do it later. Oh, I do have a flashlight. I wonder if it's got... Uncle Ron said, I can send you the parts for the Maslow. You can build that up in your garage and you can cut your desk parts. And I can come use it and truck my parts home when I need it. Okay, so first of all, I don't have any room for that. And and second of all, I think you need to put that. I think you need to build that on a sheet of plywood, and I can't afford that either. Plywood is still stupid expensive.
I sent you a link to the thing so you can affiliatize them.
Oh, excellent. Woo-wee. And Coran said my phone has a flashlight. How do you know? You don't even know my phone. So, looking back at, that's a Canada link.
Well, yeah, that's the way it goes.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Looking back at all of my records, it seems that the first year that I did the animated Christmas light show was 2016. So 6 years now I've been doing this, and I have always had a deadline of Black Friday. Black Friday was always the day that I was going to light, and I've never missed a Black Friday until this year, when I still didn't miss a Black Friday. But I did run my mouth because on Thursday, on Thanksgiving, which happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans. To heck with the rest of you. Happy Thursday to the rest of you. On Thursday, I said to my number one son, who was actually very helpful this year. He's not usually helpful with the Christmas lights, but this year he was pretty helpful. But I said to him, I said, man, we're going to be done today. I've never been done a day early. I'm always scrambling at the last minute on Black Friday to get this launched. Well, I had a couple of small things that I had to do on Friday. I had a couple strands of lights out, so I had to diagnose them, find the bad bulbs, whatever. And it was about, now the first light is at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Not that that matters. At 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon, I went in to set up the new schedule in the new software that I just updated right before the show. And it's completely different.
Of course it is.
So I had to run all these stupid little tests and stuff to try to figure out the scheduling software, and it wasn't working, and then things are confusing, but it worked. However, it didn't shut off. So the lights were on the whole night Friday. The show stopped, and it just went to static because it just turns all the lights on for the last hour or 2 hours, 2 hours during the week, 1 hour on the weekends, because the show runs an hour longer on the weekends. But Saturday morning when I got up, the lights were still on. And last night, today's Sunday. So yeah, last night, Saturday night, I waited up. They're supposed to shut off at midnight. At midnight 05, they still hadn't shut off. So I had to go manually turn them off. Now, today, I think I figured out the problem, and I think I have it taken care of. But what I get for running my mouth on Thursday was that I shouldn't have, because I was scrambling at the last minute on Friday to get everything done. So, but it all worked out. All right, I got a link coming up. Can't do more than one thing at a time. Boop. All right, so anybody that would like an affiliate link for those lapel microphones, that is in the chat. But I do want to say too, if you're buying anything from Amazon, anything, and I know you are, I see you, you there in the back. I know you're on Amazon right now, aren't you? If you click that link and then just don't buy that and buy whatever else, I still get a piece of the pie, and it costs you nothing additional. You help support my family, and I appreciate it. I don't make a ton off of Amazon, but like every couple of months I'll get like a $12 or up to a $20 gift certificate, which it's kind of nice. It lets me buy stuff. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I'm going to shift gears here, back over to the Prusa. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about this thing because I hadn't I hadn't finished it, and I still hadn't finished it. Um, and we talked about the fact that the electronics box is entirely too small on this for all the cabling.
Yep.
And I don't remember whom said that there are other options out there. I can find a bunch for the MK3. I cannot find any for the MK2. This is a 2.5S. So I'm curious if anybody knows, I know it's not the same. The main frame is different on a 2 and a 3 because of the extrusions. But are the holes for the electronic box the same, where I could print a box for a 3 and put it on my 2.5S without having to print one and then be like, this isn't going to work? So if anybody knows that. I'm pretty excited about this. And of course, stupid me. Stupid me. I'm super intelligent, just so you guys know. I have an IQ of like 4,000. Highest IQ ever invented. I buy the Revo kit, 2 weeks before Black Friday?
Did it go on sale?
15% off.
Well, it's like that. Like I always say, sucks to suck.
I don't feel terribly bad about it because I'm still supporting Printed Solid or Prusa Solid, depending on who you ask. So that's all fine. That's fine. But it would have been nice to save. I would have saved about $15 or $20. So, Tony Ryan says he is 20% off for Black Friday. Still not worth it. You own a drill, put the holes where you want. I could drill it and tap it, but I don't want to. This frame is signed by Joseph.
The Joseph.
Well, Uncle Ron was there when it happened. I about killed Joseph. I know I've told that story before, but I had waited. We were at Murph, and I had waited all day to get hold of Joseph to sign this. And we were eating tacos, and not the good tacos that they give you at Murph. But I was eating
Taco Bell tacos.
What's that?
Is it Taco Bell tacos?
I was eating Taco Bell tacos, and they were old and cold. Like we had gotten them at lunchtime, and so I hadn't sat down the whole day, and I finally got a chance to sit down. End of the day, I'm eating the taco. I see Joseph coming. I have a mouthful of taco, and I motion to Uncle Ron that Joseph is coming. So Uncle Ron turns to stop him. I go to stand up. My knees give out. I'm falling towards him, and I'm like, woo, 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 with a mouthful of taco. And the look on his face was like sheer terror.
To be fair, that's something to definitely be scared of.
And he still wrote, "Happy printing." His handwriting was a little shaky, though. I don't know why.
Now, to those who are excited about the fact that he still wrote happy printing, he also wrote that on the restraining order. So
yeah.
Happy printing, far away from me.
Yeah, happy printing. Glad you live in a different country than I do. What a day! What a day!
Bring the room back. This is pretty much it. So the idea is that I've got these 3 modular desks.
We can only see you.
Oh, really? I thought Fusion. Oh, right, because I stretched. I blew myself up.
Yep, you blew yourself up.
Oh, so the best part is I've been doing this all in secret now, so I can just unveil it.
Ta-da!
So the room as it stands, the area that I'm setting up as it stands right now has my printers along here and my filament wall. Does it highlight as I move stuff around?
It's highlighting it, yeah.
Okay, so this is where the printers are right now. This is kind of just turned into storage. and my video game collection is on like this is the wall. This is where the video games are. So the wall actually continues for another 2 feet behind this, but for all intents and purposes, that's where it cuts off. So we're gonna do the same type of vinyl as a vinyl cover like curtain across the video game collection. So it'll create a false wall essentially here. And then I've got these 3 modular tables or desks, all dimensionally the same with the same wood, that'll create an L shape back here. So when I need to film into the corner, I slide this one back to here and I film. And when I need to film from behind it, I slide it to the other side and then I can film in, or I can like line it up. You know what I mean? Like I just leave enough space for me to sit behind it.
Sure.
So
Now,
that's the plan.
if you were really slick, you would mount some open builds extrusion down the face of those and make that thing on a track with wheels.
Yeah, but then I'm stepping over tracks and tracks all the time that are on the ground.
No. Just on the face. Put the tracks on the face of the desk, and then have the legs on the other side. So it just like slides.
Oh, you mean get rid of the inside legs and have a track on here?
Yeah. Oh, no. Track. You got the 2 desks that are up against the wall.
Yep.
So they get a open rail on them. And then the desk that you're moving, that one that's out by itself, you get rid of the inside legs.
That's what I was saying. The track would be here, and I get rid of the inside legs, and then it slides back.
The track would be on the face of those desks, not on the floor.
Sorry, I'm touching here. That's the face that.
Yeah. That's what. Right.
The only problem is then it creates a gap.
Oh, true.
Between the 2.
You'd have to get more creative then.
Yep.
I have faith in you. You could do it.
The only snag
there's a lot of magnets in this heat bed.
It would be nice if I could get rid of the legs, particularly for this one, because I'm seeing now, like if I'm sitting at the corner here, I'm going to be legs around the legs.
Yeah. So for my desk upstairs, and I'm trying to think of the fastcap.com. They're a US company, so I know that kind of hinders you, but they make a wall bracket for desks, and you can get them in different sizes and stuff. And I want to say that a rating on a pair of them at 16-inch on center is like 1,000 pounds. They're like ridiculously strong, and that's what I used on my desk. So my desk has no legs under the old desk that was like back from the original video set. It's a big, I always say it's a G-shaped desk, but that was completely, not on purpose. But there's end caps on it, but there's no legs anywhere underneath it.
Gotcha.
2, 4. Okay, I got all the little washers. Why do they put those lock washers between the heat bed and the carriage? Those are kind of a pain in the butt.
Yep.
Because they're going to want to go to those magnets.
Tony Ryan says that I need some model trains for that space, and that he could hook me up. I think if I come home with one more hobby, I might come home with one less wife.
That could happen, yeah. I too am trying to get better. Like the whole car thing, I've kind of given up on the whole car thing. Because my garage is still a gymnasium right now. It still has a big trampoline right in the middle of my work bay. Unless you're the insurance company. If you're my insurance company, just kidding.
You're giving up on Fun King Garage?
Yeah, now it's Fun King Gymnasium.
Fun King, unbelievable.
So Zach has had, this is actually trampoline number 3 because they rot out in the Florida sun. But he's had a trampoline since he was a wee baby. And so it's not like it's not new to him. It's not a new toy, but he spends every day out now in my garage jumping on the trampoline. So in fact, it would have been Friday night, I think. Him and his little buddy next door were out there until like almost 11 o'clock that night. So
I'm trying to decide what color I want to go for these desk spaces as well, because I don't know if I want to stick with the wood grain. You know?
yeah, wood grain is so blah. Unless you do light colored wood grain, then it's okay.
That's what they tell me.
Oh, that thing is really down in there. Holy cow. Whoever built this printer was amazing. It was me.
Did I do that?
No, I ordered brand new Mitsumi bearings for this. Sumi. These are probably still okay. They were just getting noisy. But the brand new Mitsumi bearings, which weren't very expensive, they were like, I don't know, $8 or something each from Printed Solid, printedsolid.com. But they there's like oil already in the bag. So, as a general consensus of the hive mind, do I need to grease these? Or is what is in there already good enough? I don't know if I can. I mean, you guys may or may not be able to see, but this bag is it's full of oil. I mean, I can. Tony Ryan said, "Pack your bearings." All right, I'll have to take a quick field trip out to the garage and find the PTFE lube. It's actually Ford Motorcraft drive shaft lube, but it works really well for this. So, all right, I'll do that. I'll be right back. Entertain the people, James. Entertain the people.
I will not. Oil in the bag, not good enough. Oh, well. I mean, you should let them learn the hard way, you know? Gotta learn through life experiences. That's what we need. Kind of weak did everybody have? Careful, he'll read chat history when he comes back, maybe. He might even be listening right now. He might be. I don't know. Pack your bearings. I lost my bearings a long time ago, so that's why I keep repeating pack your bearings. I'm wearing a Star Trek sweater today. It's got that Scotty. He's all like, I can't change the laws of physics, but then he does. Laws are meant to be broken, right? Never realized how awkward this gets when he tells me to just entertain people. I should learn to juggle, I guess. He just doesn't come back. I don't know what a DCC command station is, but I'm glad you got it working. Oh, he's back. Everybody remember not to tell him what I said.
Thank you, everybody, for being patient. Now, don't anybody get excited over this next part.
Oh my.
I think I want to pull that smooth rod completely out of there because I like to use that to ram the grease in.
Giggity.
Giggity. Yeah, they feel okay. Like I don't feel any grooves or anything in them, even after the tens of hours that I've put on this printer. There's a lot of oil in that bag. In fact, there's more oil in that bag than the last used car I bought. So we had just a little tiny bit of rain, probably just enough to knock the light show out.
Is that still something that happens frequently?
Yeah. Living in Florida, I don't know why I bother.
Don't know why you bother living.
Why bother living in Florida? No, why bother putting up lights? Well, they're pretty smooth. They're pretty smooth.
It's pretty smooth.
Forgot the Howie Man Dell Club for my head. I'm doing little jazz hands here, and you can't see them because my gloves match my shirt. Wait, we got people sneaking in on us. Glenn Hogue is here. Mark is here. Scott is here. Welcome, everybody. I haven't been doing very good about paying attention to the chats. All right, so what you want to do is you want to fill your bearings all the way to the top with grease. I keep my finger over the hole on the bottom, and then I just ram my smooth rod in and out of there repeatedly.
Family friendly, family friendly. You can put on the latex gloves.
And it's still a freaking mess. And I like to do that actually a couple of times because the smooth rod will then jam the grease into the balls.
Friendly.
Doing it for you, James.
I ordered 10 custom PCBs today.
So you spent like $4?
I think it was 10. I think it was 10.
It $10?
Yep.
That still blows my mind that you can get a PCB made that cheaply.
Yep. It is kind of crazy. They say I'm crazy. I really don't care. That's my prerogative.
This stuff smells awful. Yeah, this is the suggested lubricant, the recommended lubricant for the F-150 drive shaft slip joint. And I found that this stuff is just amazing and just works for so many things. So, and it's just a PTFE lubricant in lovely baby blue.
Well, this desk is on sale for, I guess, a Black Friday / Cyber Monday. And it's black on black. So
family friendly.
Jeez.
Uncle Ron wants to know if that PCB has your logo on it.
Nope. No, it does not. I didn't do anything too fancy. I was mostly trying to get it done before the show because once the show is done, I don't have time to work on anything until probably Thursday or Friday, and I was trying to get stuff done. You know how it be.
All right, I know how it be.
I did.
Like not much of anything yesterday because it's been a rough few weeks. Uncle Ron was here the day that I was putting the stuff up on the house, and then once that's done, which that's a day. It's a day to get the top stuff done with renting the boom, which holy crap, that cost me like $900 freaking to get it. I will not be renting from that company again. But
time to buy your own.
I'm seriously considering it. I'm looking for a truck, like the pickup truck style boom bucket truck. Yep. You know, not the big truck, just A pickup or a van will be fine.
I feel like you should start buying all these high-end things and then renting them in the off season when you don't need them, and then just reserving them for when you do need them.
Well, I even thought about like starting a company that puts up Christmas lights on the weekends. Except for, I would have to start putting.
Oh, did we lose you? I think we lost him. Guess it's up to me, as always. Oh, or is it me? Hold on a second, I'm gonna test my audio. Oh, no audio, Glenn. Glenn says, well, I'm not going to fix my audio right now. I've got these gloves on, and I'm not going to waste this chance for a prostate exam. Some people say checking twice a day is too much. I say just right. James, you can't make jokes like that when I'm muted. Guess what? Find a new co-host. I'm going to clone myself. Yep. This bearing was lubricated 20 minutes ago. Now I'm on vacation. Uh-oh. I went too far. He's going to take the gloves off. Glenn tried desperately not to ruin the entire roll of toilet paper towels, but unfortunately, by the time he got to ripping off the first piece, the rest of it was just soaked. He questioned Bounce's absorbency guarantee because the reality is all it took was a couple drops of oil to ruin the entire thing. In his quest for perfection, Glenn forgot what he was doing with the bearings and wiped out all of the oil he just put inside them. Channeling his inner Derek, he tried to tell people what the oil tasted like. But in the end, he was the dipstick. Dun 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 dun. Bow. Glenn, the man in charge, ironically did not have a set of charged batteries. It would have been a sound investment for him to have more.
I think it might be time to invest in some new ones. I've got like one pair that'll make it through a show.
Uncle Ron says that the effect wasn't the same without the snap of the gloves.
Oh, it's just delayed. Oh, well, that was fun. That stuff is everywhere. I think I destroyed this mouse pad, though. It's got, or elbow pad, whatever it is that I use these for. Just that stuff went right through the paper towel. Yeah, it tastes like gym socks and rat pee.
You got to get better at that if you're gonna challenge him to a, I don't know what kind of fight.
Oh, tastes like popcorn and old paneling.
Tastes like lost subscribers and bad decisions.
Anybody that doesn't watch Derek totally doesn't get those jokes, though.
Well, that's their problem, you know.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't watch Derek? Gosh.
Dirk.
And why are you familiar with either?
I ain't kidding you.
I just can't believe it, but I have to because I'm looking right
Looking right
at
at it. I saw him do a whatchamacallit.
I like whatchamacallits. I haven't had one in a while though.
He did like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a collaboration with another YouTube.
Oh yeah,
another,
with Wrench Every Day, which is now Bad Decisions Garage. Bad. I can't remember the name of his channel now. He just changed the name of his channel. But it was Wrench Every Day, where they did the van.
Yep.
Yeah. Someday he'll be here in the garage. I sent him a message and let him know that if he's ever in Florida and breaks down and needs some place to wrench.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I'm not really that far from Kevin at KSC though, and KSC does a lot of his
Well, I love their chicken.
KSF.
Who you calling a kiss ass?
Yeah, I can't remember now. But he's up in Gainesville.
Let's see, -45. I done goofed. I done goofed here somewhere. Oh, it's because this leg doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not hurting anything in there.
So, anybody in the group play Sea of Thieves?
Why is this the new Red Dead Redemption for you?
Xander talked me into it.
Remember when you had aspirations to be a big YouTuber?
So it was on sale. It was on sale on Steam for $20, and he's like, you should get it. And I'm like, no, I can only have one video game. And he's like, but it's only $20. And he said, how do I tell this story sensitive like? Because I love playing Red Dead, but the majority of the population that plays Red Dead are a bunch of sissies. And they get mad at you and report you to Rockstar for playing the game the way it was intended to play. Not that anything happens. Rockstar's pretty much given up on the game anyway, but yeah, so we started playing Sea of Thieves because it's a pirate game and you can just be mean to people. I have to go get some zip ties. I'll be right back. Entertain the people, James.
I refuse.
Otherwise, I'm going to sing the whole way out and back.
Good, get demonetized. Can you still hear me? Yeah, it was a bluff. See, he doesn't even know. He's just like, haha, now James will entertain them for sure. I'm going to sit here in complete silence, just staring at the camera until he gets back.
I don't hear no talking. So, let's talk about the weather. How's everybody's weather? I only ask because it's 1,000 freaking degrees here.
I told everybody that I was calling your bluff, that you couldn't hear us to know whether or not I was keeping them entertained. I was just going to sit quietly and stare blankly at the camera until you got back.
Oh, I can, where I was, I could hear.
Could you, though?
No. I was just making that up.
Classic Glenn.
I had to go all the way through the wood shop that doesn't exist yet.
Take you right to the wood shop.
To the zip tie bay that isn't even a thing. You know, no true engineer would use zip ties to hold a 3D printer together. I'm just saying.
Careful now. You don't want to anger the fans.
It's not the fans I'm concerned about. It's the nut jobs.
Oh, you're not aware? They're one and the same.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Please don't hate me.
maybe that's how I should start opening the show on Sundays. Hey there, nut jobs.
It's your boy Glenn.
I do love me some zip ties. I'm almost out of 4-inch zip ties though, which is crazy because just a couple years ago I ordered 8,000 of them. Not 8,000 bags, literally 8,000 zip ties. And the 4-inch, I'm about out of 4-inch. I have a bunch of 8s, but I'm almost out of 4s. So it's time to hit up the old mono price again, and
Mono price.
which I almost put an order into them yesterday. I need some DisplayPort cables, and apparently they're made out of baby unicorn.
Only the good ones.
I couldn't even find cheap, crappy ones. I mean, like the crappy ones were $12 and the good ones were $14. Tony Ryan said, "Be careful, James. We know where you live." Yeah, but it's a whole different country.
I don't even know what that's in response to. Oh, right, making fun of. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Calling everybody the nut jobs.
Well, only a nut job would show up at my house, so prove me right, I guess.
Glenn Hogue said the sun was out this morning, overcast now, 55 degrees. That'd be nice. Tony Ryan said 43 degrees and drizzling. All he said has been snowing, but most of the snow is gone now. Yeah, it's I think it's in the 80s today. I don't know what it is right now. 75 currently. And the humidity is like 400%. When you walk outside, it's like walking into a wall.
Sometimes when I'm designing stuff in Fusion, I get the distinct feeling that I'm also making it in The Sims. Right? Does this not look like, oh, I've just built myself a home office in The Sims?
Yeah.
Yep. Good times and happy days.
That was a fun game. I used to like playing that game too. But I would spend most of my time torturing the people.
Okay, so I guess the big question here is, how much space does this leave me between the edge of this desk and... Look, it leaves me just shy of 2 feet.
Not enough. No matter how much it is, it's never enough.
Well, my biggest issue is being able to move my chair and stuff through, so I want to know how much clearance. You know what I mean? Like, because I need to be able to move it back and forth from side to side.
Tony said, "Wow, can't believe I live in this godforsaken hellscape. Florida sounds like heaven." No, I'd take 43 degrees any day over what we have. Listen, 75 sounds lovely, and 75 in Southern California or Arizona is great. But 75 with 100% humidity in Florida is just freaking miserable. I mean, I guess no matter where you live, it's always better somewhere else, right?
That's not going to give me enough clearance at all.
Yeah, I think I probably could have gotten by just greasing these bearings, but it'll be all right. I'll put these away should I ever need another set. Because they're still plenty smooth. They're just really noisy.
Mm.
Oh, I got the grease on me.
He's got the grease. I guess the chair thing isn't a big deal. So if all this space stays clear, I can move like when I need to slide this back and forth, I move my chair here, rotate this, slide the chair there and then rotate. You know what I mean? Like it's slightly more inconvenient, but I think I'd rather deal with a slight amount of inconvenience than give up space.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Oh yeah, that's going to be so much better. It's only going to be half as noisy. Tony said that's now a standing workbench. Or a kneeling one, being that it's low.
drop it low, girl. Okay, so the only other thing I'll do, just for the sake of, is I'll do the split, because this is going to be actually 2 separate desks. I'm buying 3 identical desks to do this.
And where will you be acquiring these said desks?
Well, the ones I'm looking at so far are at Amazon, but I will look elsewhere as well beforehand too. I'm not going to go custom because wood's so expensive right now that it's not worth it.
Scott said, Red Dead's on sale on Steam. Is the Ultimate Edition worth the extra $10? I can't actually answer that question. I don't know what you get with the Ultra Edition. I know that you can buy just the online part, or you can buy the whole game, which I would suggest buying the whole game, because the story mode side of it, the landscape and stuff, the graphics in that game are so marvelous, and the storyline is really good. So, but I don't know what comes in the Ultimate. If it's just add-ons, then I would say no. Like if you get special horse armor or whatever, that isn't worth it. Just be well aware, and I'm going to say this to anybody that's interested in playing RDO, Red Dead Online. The place is absolutely infested with people who are running mod menus. For the most part, you can play along just fine, but once in a while you'll end up somewhere and there'll be somebody running around that's a giant, or they'll be an animal or whatever, and then they just start griefing everybody and kind of takes the fun out of it. But otherwise, it's fantastic. I like story mode games better than open worlds with a bunch of randos. Yeah, you'll like the story mode side of it. Plus, it's got some like absolutely emotionally crushing parts too. So no spoilers. I kept telling Xander, he'd be like, I like this character. I'm like, don't get attached.
That would be a mistake, good sir.
Good one. Yeah, we get done with the stream tonight, which I got to kick off right away again because I'm cooking dinner tonight. But I have to dig the grill out. I put the grill away for the Hurricane Nicole, and haven't taken it back out. So I got to pull all that out and cook dinner tonight. My Octopi doesn't want to connect to my new router. Well, that's not good.
Have you tried saying please? Please, please.
The new router. What Pi is it? And what Pi and what Wi-Fi?
Pretty fly for a Wi-Fi. I was running Pretty Fly for a Wi-Fi as my Wi-Fi name for a while. Oh, we're halfway through. I guess I could talk about the other little bit of good news from this week.
Yeah, we did hit the halfway point. We got 15 watching.
Print and Play Retrospective has officially hit 1,000 subscribers. A full.
I need a soundboard. See,
full-
we should have applause set
Pew,
up
pew,
for
pew,
that.
pew, pew.
Yeah, like
a full month ahead of schedule. So
yeah, so this coming from the guy who like a month and a half ago said, I'm on track to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, but I doubt it's going to happen.
Well, it's just because nice things don't happen to me. It's just that little old nugget, you know.
And then he sends me a picture. What was it? 997, I think.
No, it's 995, and I'm like, oh, it could happen tomorrow.
Yeah, and then sends me a picture and 994. Guess not. And I said, well, we'll celebrate that. You drop back to 990 then. Like
Yep.
I'm always
That's
up for a celebration.
I didn't want to point it out to anybody because I didn't want anything getting artificially inflated. That was my big concern, is that I have lots of people that would 100% be like, I'll go register on my second account or whatever and take care of that. But I wanted to hit it au
Legitimately.
natural.
Yeah. Organically.
I have suspicions that maybe somebody saw it because I was telling Glenn I had nothing, or I had nothing for a while. I gained like 4 or 5 over the course of a couple of hours, and then nothing again. But you know what? I will say, and I think you'll find the same thing when you get there, Glenn. It felt better on this one than the previous one without the contest.
Yeah, and I'm sure that it will for me. Not that I disapprove of what happened.
No.
But it was a little bit of a
double-edged sword.
Yeah, a little bit of like, I don't want to say theft, but like I missed out on a lot. I missed out on a lot of milestones. It feels good to know that the 700 that I have now, just kidding. 370 something, I think.
Yep. Sounds about right.
But they're all organic. I got those. Though, they're all mine.
Yeah. They're there because they, for some reason, like you.
I don't
Unfathomable as it may seem.
Well, the crazy part is most of the videos that are on that channel aren't really me because of the way that they were filmed.
Oh, is
that still
true?
How are you supposed to get those washers in there with these freaking magnets?
Either one of you getting a bamboo? Nope. I won't say I'm off getting new printers at the moment, because I did, as an impulse, buy back one on Kickstarter. Because I'm stupid and I don't learn my lessons. But that was a $100 investment. So no, I'm pretty happy with my Prusa. One of them. The other one is dead to me. It printed one benchy before it started jamming again.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you won't take my advice, so.
No, I contacted him.
Oh, okay.
He had missed my messages the first time around, and
didn't care the second time.
That's probably true. I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to get this screw out without having to unhook anything, but
I just don't know how I did it and how I'm supposed to get these washers under there. I got the middle two in. I'm gonna put these in loosely, put them in Bruce Lee, and hope that I can sneak the other ones in.
Don't put them in Bruce Lee.
Putting them in Bruce Lee.
He will not approve that.
John Strand said, I think Tom Sandlander has a video on that. Yeah, I don't watch that guy. No, I'm just kidding. I like Tom.
That's not what you told me.
I like tormenting Tom.
This is me finalizing the robot. I'm going to get shipped hopefully in the next day or two. I'm so nervous to print it out. Ah! Everybody scream. Oh, I just dropped a screw. I am now screwless in Seattle.
Add a dot of super glue. Who's got super glue?
Well, I just lost that screw probably permanently. Sometimes I hate myself.
I
And every
hate myself for loving you.
Oh no. I just hate myself for existing. It's
Come
all
on, you stupid washer. Are these things even necessary?
it's bolted straight down to the body. Who cares?
Why they got to use such strong magnets? It's not like the bed's just going to move while you're printing.
Shut up. The sore point for me. Well, I had somebody message me and ask if I would recommend the Prusa Mini.
Just now?
No, this is since our last stream, and somebody who wasn't watching the stream. Somebody wasn't aware of my history, my ongoing history, I guess, with the Mini.
Somebody who didn't know better than to ask you that question?
I said, not at this time, no. He said, why not? I said, because I've got one that so far has given me test prints and heartache.
I feel like I'm missing a bunch of the chat. Touching back on the bamboo, I'd absolutely take a bamboo. I can't justify spending money. I mean, from what I've seen, it's a pretty bang up printer. I just can't justify spending money on another printer.
Is Bamboo the one though that's got the issues right now because all their printing's done through the cloud, and it turns out that they've been using like insecure FTP and a bunch of other stuff, and as a result, it's not.
I do believe that is the one. I didn't realize that it's all cloud based though. I don't like that.
Tony Ryan asked if I have plans for a robot. Not exactly. I built an arcade that looks like a robot that's going out to another YouTuber, but it doesn't have any. It's all stationary parts.
It's the best kind of robot. All stationary parts.
Never disappoint you. Never go out for cigarettes and not come back. Never make you wonder if you're the reason it left.
I'm not going to read what Uncle Ron typed in there.
I know that they were working to address it. I know that it's like they haven't ignored it. I just know that was something that had come up and was unfortunate.
Well, yeah, anytime, and I mean, in today's world, holy crap! I mean, everybody is out to get you in everything you do, in every system that you use. It's just absolutely insane. The amount of crap that I have to deal with as an IT guy with the company that I work for, and we're a small company. I mean, we only have like 10 users that are on a computer. And it's amazing how much that I have to go through with don't open that email. Like I'll get a forwarded message to me. I can't open this attachment. I'm like, that's because that's a scam. Well, I've been trying to open it all day. Well, stop. Like the point you can't open it, there's probably something wrong. My favorite though is when you get the help desk tickets for my antivirus keeps deleting this file.
Oh, really? My immune system keeps getting this visitor that I wasn't expecting to go away. I don't understand.
I always reply back with, well, look at that. Your antivirus is doing its job.
I can totally use without the cloud, but then it's just a sneaker, not SD card without the belt. Okay, well, that's fair. Sorry, is it fair? No, but that's At least there's a way.
Well, hopefully they'll get it taken care of. I mean, it's with the amount of garbage in the world today. I mean, specifically IT garbage. It's to the point where like I come up with these ideas of stuff that I want to develop, and then I just go, nope, nope. I don't want to have to worry about the security on all of that. And
I had a friend that I've been friends with for years that messaged me and had an idea for an app, and it was going to require credit card integration and stuff like that. And to be fair, like he asked me about it, and I started like sort of looking into it. But it was going to be obviously a mobile app, as I say app. I've never done any mobile development, and as we got through, I'm like, you're gonna have to find somebody else. He's like, oh, why? And I'm like, because I don't want to be responsible for this if I do it wrong. I said I'm gonna be learning best practices as I go along, but I'm not gonna have somebody to code review me and say, oh yeah, this is the proper way of doing it. So I'm not gonna be responsible for identity theft and credit card losses and all that stuff. You should go
yeah,
to
because
some.
I mean that can absolutely get you.
Yep. So
All right, so I am cheating, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I am just going to tie these super long wires up for now until I can come up with an electronics box solution. So once again, if anybody out there knows of a electronic box for the Prusa 2.5 that is larger than the factory one, I am quite intrigued. Or if you know that the one for the 3 will fit on the frame of the 2.5. Otherwise, I'm just going to design my own because that's how I roll. But
I mean, you should be able to just take the existing model for the current one and like basically cut it and expand it out by 20 millimeters or something like that. I would think.
I would think I could do that as well. Yeah, just take the STL but there's one out there that's for the 3, and it's both on Crapaverse and printables that's pretty slick, but it's absolutely made for the 3 because it's got a cutout in the back for the Pi W. Is that the right Pi? I don't know. It's got a cutout for the little Pi and stuff.
The Pi 0W.
Yeah, 0W. There you go. There is some. The one for the 3 should fit. It all attaches to the plate, right? But the plate itself is different. I confirm that for sure. I just don't know if the mounting holes for the Einstein box are different. So
Why did I make this so difficult?
wants to tape them down with Scotch tape. They're already in now. I got them. I just used some really fine tweezers. So fine, I can't find them now. These are tweezers that I use for doing t-shirts and vinyl work. They're super fine and very pointy and will easily stab you in the leg if you drop them on yourself. I'm not working very fast, but I think she's done. That's pretty exciting. Now I can load it up and we can do some live Z adjustments and see how this Revo lays down the
Plastico.
Yeah, I think this sheet is about done though. You can still see on here from where I was printing those foldable robots a couple years ago for the Toys for Tots.
Yep.
They're like permanently embedded in there, and then I've got in fact this side I have a W from the Nat Geo Wild sign that I printed for Sean for National Geographic.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. I just need to see if I can find an SD card reader.
Oh man, that means I have to entertain the people.
Well, I mean, I've still got my headset on. You know, I can continue to talk. They just can't see me. Which honestly is probably the better solution for them
Hey,
anyways.
look, our ratings are going up.
Well, you see how surprised I look. I just saw a micro SD card reader somewhere, but like I didn't take note of it because I didn't need it. Now that I need it, I'm like, I have.
Yeah, I love that. What I love even more though is when I come across something, I'm like, oh, here's that thing. I should put that over here so I can remember where it is, and then I don't remember where I moved it to.
Yep.
I remember
there.
where I found it, but then I don't remember where I moved it to.
Where are you?
Oh, all right.
Where are you?
I need a cord for some power.
And I'm so sleepy.
Do I have an extra power cord in here? Hello, Mr. Oh, that's a HDMI cable. I don't think I have an extra power cord. I don't really want to put it back where it goes. Oh, I'm going to steal the one off of the AM8. How you like them biscuits? Stole it right from the AM8.
I need 12 naps.
12 naps?
Yep.
That's a lot of naps.
I need some sort of napster. Well, I don't know where I saw that card reader. Gosh darn it. Son of a something something.
Suppose I could aim a camera at this.
Show people what you're doing?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not into trains?
Is that an okay view? I guess I can work around the camera. It'll be fine. All right. I don't remember how to do this. I guess I should just reset it, huh?
That's where I'd start. Start fresh. Start from the bottom and end up lower somehow. Well, I don't know.
All right, somebody remind me how to reset this. Wasn't it like you have to stand up and spin around and
punch yourself till you hit the ground?
Reset XYZ calibration. I really want to reset the whole thing. So somebody tell me, is it that I turn it off, I push and hold the reset on the front, turn it back on. I think I'm going to try that. Hopefully it doesn't just blow it up.
Better for ratings.
Prague. Oh, I'm facing in the wrong direction.
Neil before Prague.
Facing east. I'm pretty sure Prague is east of here.
Neil before Prague? Oh, come on. I thought that was
That did it. No, it didn't.
Nope, not at all.
That doesn't factory reset it.
It's been so long since I needed a SD card reader because everything's Octoprint that I don't know. They're one of
I wonder if I should. No, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Forget it.
Yeah, forget it all.
I was gonna say, I wonder if I should check and see if there's a new firmware at the same time, but that would be a bad idea. Hit reset button, the X on your LCD module, immediately followed by pressing and holding the selector knob. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Scott. So,
and you wanted to ban him.
All right. Hit the reset button immediately. Yeah, that's resetting it, but there we go. You have to push and hold the selector. Oh yeah, by pressing and holding the select. Next time I'll actually read the whole thing that you wrote out.
That would be the nice thing to do.
Well, that took me into a really weird thing that I've never seen before. Language, statistics, shipping prep, service prep. I'm sorry if that's annoying. All data.
Well,
Erasing
gee whiz.
all data. Okay. We're good.
I'll just have to scan it when I go back upstairs.
Hi, I'm your original Prusa i3.
Are you though? How do you know that you're my original one? How do you know you're not my second one?
Well, and I mean, this thing has been modified so many times because it started as the 2.5S or the 2S. I can't even remember. But I know that I've done 2 or 3 major upgrades to it. Spinning. That fan sounds like garbage. I should have put a new one of those in while I was at it. Probably should put new bearings in there too.
What was that?
That's the X carriage.
Oh my god. Did you order extras?
No.
That sounded terrible.
Yeah, I don't plan on pulling that X apart until I have to. That's the bed though. That's nice. That's the Z.
That's pretty quiet.
I mean, I can take these bearings that I took off the bed and pack them and put them into the X at some point, but
does yours have the silent steppers on it?
No.
Okay, that's where the X. I'm accustomed to nice things, you know.
Scott said, "Oh crud, stop! I searched MK3. That's a 2.5. Chaos and destruction sure to ensue." Yeah.
Stained glass window.
You're installing a stained glass window?
Kay stumbled across. She's a watcher of the TikToks, and she stumbled across these
all of her personal information to the Chinese, huh?
I mean, she's just making it easier. They have all the information already. Probably in triplicate, you know. I don't know. But when she stumbled onto this thing and it starts out, it gets not safe for work shortly after the line stained glass window, but it's been stuck in my head for like a week now.
Let's check in the bed. I don't know if can you guys see that?
I can see that. I can see your hand.
I don't know. Is it focusing on the screen?
Not super well.
I mean, it's 2023. Why doesn't autofocus work? Now, if all goes according to plan, this printer should come up slightly askewed. Because that's how it's been for a long time. But
what if you fixed it?
Well, that's why I said if it comes up as planned.
I hope you surprise yourself.
Me too. That would be nice. I do not, however, have a sheet of paper to put under the nozzle. Because I have no printer out here.
I have no idea how to breathe.
I guess I could put a Post-it note under it. That'd be fine.
That would be fine. Kay bought me a new keychain that's right up my alley. It's a little CRT television.
Oh, TV.
And when you push the button, it does something.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Show static and it plays a static sound. Let's see if it'll. I don't get this like the spanking sound at the end though. Did you hear it?
Major
like,
static? I don't know.
It's like, oh yeah, we just assume that at the end your TV gets shut off by gunfire. Bang bang.
Please clean the nozzle. I don't think that's an issue. That nozzle is immaculate. You know what I didn't do though is I didn't set the pin to probe for this nozzle, but it should be the same. It should be close enough.
Is it getting low enough that the pin to probe is being triggered?
Yeah, because it did probe the bed earlier. The thing is the Revo is supposed to be spec for spec the exact same size as the V6.
Oh, so you shouldn't require any fancy recalibration to make it work.
Right. Yes, the steel sheet. Please remove the steel sheet. I hope it's hot. No, only a little bit. Bong. Place a sheet of paper under the nozzle. But I don't have a sheet, so it's going to get a postie. It's going to get a Post Malone. And I'm going to tear the sticky part off so it doesn't cause any problems. And guard the power button.
Yeah, because like it's going to destroy it a little, but you want to keep it to the smallest amount of destruction possible. Oh, it's going. I like this ship. It's exciting.
An MK2 that's ancient. It's just fine, Mitch.
It does the job.
It does a just fine job. This was the first printer I ever bought. Second one I ever had, but the first one I ever bought. In fact, I ordered it from the doctor's office. We had Xander at the doctor to get his back checked. And sitting in the waiting room is when I ordered it.
Yeah, well, we could pay for the medication to fix Zach's back, or wait, you said Xander.
Xander, yeah.
Xander's back, or 3D printer.
He's got the scoliosis. He's all twisted up like a pretzel.
Ish funny. Tell me something good. Well, in conclusion, maybe I never found a card reader. Maybe the card reader I found was the friends I made along the way or something.
Maybe imagined it.
Could be. Could be.
That's really working trying to find this calibration point. Smart as this printer is, you'd think it'd know right where it was. And for the record, I'm completely not okay with that electrical box being open like that and everything hanging out. It's really bothering me.
Just know enough to do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, I could stuff those wires in there and just leave it alone, but which, I mean, honestly, is probably what will happen.
We're on to the next one.
I got this here printed solid sticker stuck to my arm, just in case anybody ever wanted to know. Sale running through Monday.
Well, I will wait till I go upstairs after the stream to make an
Bob
image of that
Karn
card.
said we tried giving you measurements from the MK3. Mitch said, drives me crazy that Prusa Electric's box, you just cram the wires inside. Well, and what's worse is because this has been updated, there was like a couple of adapters for the pin to probe and stuff that had to be installed. So it's even more in there. It's just full. And I could have the hot end, I could have clipped that wire down and put new ferrules on it, but I didn't. It'll be fine. I might want to move my hot end further away.
I'm debating if I want to try and do something inadvisable to save myself a few minutes.
I think that falls under bad decisions garage.
Let's see if I can find what I need to do at first, because I probably can. Oh. No, that's the one for the eye pack. Let's see. Oh, let's not do that. That's going to break my entire existence. I'm okay with losing half my existence, but not my entire existence, you know?
Bob said there's a bit of excess when you put the Revo on an MK series. A bit of excess which way?
Excess denied. Get it?
I mean, the pin to probe seems to be reading fine, and it's not cramming the nozzle. The nozzle's not touching the paper, so. There's Paul Cumber. How are you doing, Paul? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Oh, too much cables. Yeah. Well, and I didn't order the Prusa kit because they were out of stock. I just ordered the generic Revo kit, which it said the wires were longer.
I used to watch a show called Bobby's World growing up.
Oh yeah,
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel, yeah.
And the last name of the main characters was Generic, but it was spelled generic, so everybody called him Generic, and they'd get upset. Generic, degenerate.
As a former business partner of mine, he'd always say, you go, oh, what brand is that? And he'd go, GE. You go, GE? And he goes, yeah, GE Neric.
It's like, I didn't know GE made that.
Yeah, what video card is that? GE. What? GE Neric. Paul said for Thanksgiving he got snow.
Well, the weather outside is stupid. But the fire is even more stupid.
Oh, I'm hungry. Good thing it's almost dinner time.
That's a 5-volt 4-amp power supply. I'm not gonna be, no matter what I do, I'm not gonna be able to find what I need. Wait, did I just find what I need? Never mind, just found what I need. To infinity and beyond. Oof. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Don't mean to be yawning.
Every day I'm yawning.
Okay, what is it? Pecan or pecan?
Depends on if you're looking for dessert or someplace to urinate. That's my pecan.
Do you keep your pecan under your canopy?
Yes.
Uncle Ron said up in Buffalo, they got 6.5 feet last weekend.
Humble brag.
And again, it's hot here. Hot. I mean, 75 wouldn't be bad. It's just because of the humidity is so awful. And diesel prices dropped down to $5 a gallon. It's only $200 to fill the tank on the truck now. Whew. One of these days, I want to be able to fill it so I can see what kind of fuel mileage it gets. Uncle Ron said 50 there and raining. How about up where you are, James?
Temperature wise?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do the conversion. Oh, I'll just look up. Sorry. Let me look. Weather. I think it was like 7 degrees Celsius today, which would be like
40.
44.
Yeah.
The rest of the week is 35, 36, 48, 34, 37. Hut, hike. Did I do it right?
I don't know. I'm not a sports guy.
At least I thought for sure you were a sports guy.
And then, well, if you're in the 30s, probably not much, if any, snow yet, huh?
No, we had a little snow on the ground. It's now all melted away. I don't like your printer. It scares me.
I love that sound. Well, it's also this table is not a good table for this either because it resonates real bad. Tony Ryan said, made the mistake of upgrading firmware when I upgraded from MK2 to 2.5S, but never changed the extruder because they didn't get the magnets and such for filament thing. Now it fails the self-test. That sucks. Can you not flash it back?
Usually, at least until June, yeah.
That's pretty crazy. So we will have a couple of, I'm going to say weekends. It may not actually happen on the weekend, but we'll have a couple of 2 or 3 day stints where it's cold. But usually what will happen, like tonight it's supposed to be 55, and then tomorrow will be almost 90 again. And that's usually the way it goes. We'll have a couple of days where it's in the 30s, and then it's back up into the 80s. And it's just this roller coaster like this through winter. Winter being February. So
I'm gonna go ahead and say now though. I was joking. The snow is usually gone by like early to mid-April.
March, yeah.
Yeah, like we starting in February, it starts to warm up, and then we start to lose snow, and you might have tufts of it in the shade until mid-April. We're usually swimming again by like mid to end of May, and then you get swimming for June, July, August, and sometimes like the first week of September.
Yeah, see, in September here is still like blistering hot. Of course, pretty much all of October and most of November was blistering hot. We had a couple of nice days after the 2 hurricanes went through. Even though the one went through way south of here, right after that went through, we had beautiful weather for like 4 or 5 days. When the most recent hurricane went through, the Nicole, which went right through here, we didn't get that lovely clean weather right after it. It was still crap afterwards.
Well, after all that, I got a card reader hooked up. I got it powered up. I got the card and it recognizes. I opened up my disk imaging software and it immediately froze, which I think was a problem I was having with it before too. So,
Well, that's
like I said, nothing goes easy. And now it doesn't see the card reader again. You know,
can't tell if the nozzle's touching. Yep, slightly skewed. So I didn't disrupt it from the way that it's been since the last major overhaul, which is when it went from the 2.5 to the 2.5S.
it sounds so sarcastic. XY axes are slightly skewed. Good job.
Good job. Good job, you loser. You crappy printer builder.
Maybe next time you get good.
Uncle Ron said it was 92 when I stopped to see Glenn. I got sunburned, came home the next day to 40 degrees. Yeah, it's always like when we're putting up Christmas lights, it's always hot or raining or mosquito-y or all of the above. All right, so now we got to put some filament in. What kind of filament should we use? Oh, Jesse PLA, that's a fantastic idea. I'm glad you guys suggested that.
Glenn's in love with Jesse's PLA. Should probably take a look at the wiring underneath here and see if anything needs to be cleaned up while I've got it flipped over.
Select nozzle preheat temperature, which matches your materials.
1.11
PLA. You can do this, little printer. I know you can. This camera's slightly skewed too, but it'll be all right. Please insert filament into the extruder. Well, how do I know what the extruder temperature is? There's no way that got up to temperature that fast.
Oh, right. Or was it already heated?
I don't know. It just made me select the temperature.
But maybe it was still preheated from when you were fooling around earlier.
Could be. Oh, look, the Revo's poopins. Poop, little Revo, poop.
Left a little dangler.
Filament extruding and with the correct color? I hope so, because there wasn't any in there otherwise. Now I will calibrate distance between tip of the nozzle and heat bed surface. The printer will start printing a zigzag line. Rotate the knob. Reach the optimal height. Check the pictures in the handbook. Oh, I don't have the handbook. Jesse PLA talks.
Squiggity squeak squeaks.
Ron said, I wish that I had Jesse's PLA.
For free.
Bed is heating. It's at 61 of 60. Any day now.
Well, we're waiting.
We have 22 minutes. I got to be able to at least lay down a zigzag. Xander will be excited because he's been waiting for me to print something, and I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. You just have to wait to see it. It's actually a big print that I could do on the FK1, but I've yet to run any wire to power that thing.
You're finally 3D printing him a girlfriend.
Yep. Looks like a Sasquatch. You know that technique that they use?
The fuzzy shell?
The loops?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the route you're going with it?
Yep. Print him a hairy lion.
Yikes.
Does anybody print those anymore? That's a fun one. At least if this thing crashes into the bed, I won't feel so bad because this sheet is pretty burned up. I have a couple of new ones.
I think you'll be just fine and dandy.
Oh, it didn't do so good on the purge. I think it might be a lot too far away from the bed. Oh, yeah, it's way too far away.
Crank it on down, son. You're
I
the
just
next
crank it
contestant.
until I hear the nozzle dragging, and then I bring it back up, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's not sticking at all. It is literally just laying it on the bed. All right, I'm negative 1.25 so far, but that's actually typical of this particular printer. So, ooh, getting closer. That had a little stick. Oh, now it's doing the block. 1.347. I know you guys probably can't even see that, but Droopy, there you go. I still print a Droopy Christmas tree or two each year. Did you use glue stick? No, I don't ever use glue stick. I don't put anything on my bed. The square stuck down pretty good. I got to get my super specs out here. So instead, I'm going to double spec. It looks like it could definitely use a little more squish, because that I was able to pull that apart pretty easily.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Do you want to repeat the last step to readjust distance? Yes, I sure do. Boy, that cooled down a lot faster too. I mean, just in that short little time, it went from 215 down to like 185. I suppose because the Revo doesn't have that big aluminum. It doesn't have this big block to heat up and cool down. All the heat is directly around the portion of the nozzle. The nozzle. Oh, the FBI is here. Oh man, they're finally on to me. All right, so I don't know how many of you guys got to see that message before Scott got to it. But their screen name is FBI, and it said, "My 1,000 subscribers sent me to see how many kids you have in your basement." I don't even have a basement. Joke's on you, buddy. Did you see that, James?
Yeah, I still see it on my screen.
Yeah, the FBI. Did you get the Revo with the obsidian nozzle? Obsidian nozzle? No, I just got the regular 0.4. I didn't even buy any extras. All right, so
How many times have you changed the nozzle on your Prusa?
Very, very few. I could probably count on one hand.
I'm still on my original one, I think, on my main.
Well, I went from the original nozzle to whatever that first. What was the first one that they made that was like super indestructible?
The Ruby?
Super indestructible? No, not the Ruby nozzle. I could never afford that. No, it was made by E3D.
Is it Carbon X or something like that, or
maybe?
I don't remember.
Nozzle X. Yeah, I went to one of those because it was I was supposedly able to print like glow in the dark and stuff without eating it up. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. And no, it still needs to be closer to the bed. But that one ended up going away because I want to say it was a blob issue. I had caked the hot end, and then I just couldn't ever get it clean. This is probably this one that I just took off of here, not the Revo, but this is probably the third V6 that I've had on here. So that was probably the third nozzle I've had on here. All right, I'm not going to wait as long to do it again because I know that it needs to be done again.
We're 628, by the way.
Okay. Let's see. See how that. Oh, that's pretty good. I can't break it. That's I don't know if that's a good test or not, but it's one that I use. That like I print. I have a file that's just like five squares or 5 circles. I can't remember what it is, and it's just a first layer, and I print it just to see how the first layer looks, and then I see if I can tear them. So that took quite a bit to tear that. We'll see how this one does. Nice looking purge. No, I was going to say I have adhesion, but I do not. Let's take it right to 1.5. Now it's stuck.
I'm just gonna close down Fusion. I'll save this as
Yeah, I have adhesion now. Crank it to negative 0.69. It's at negative 1.5. So the place where my pin to probe goes, I don't know if I had tightened it down too tight at one point, but it has. Did you wipe the bed after smearing your greasy fingers? I didn't touch the bed with my greasy fingers. And I don't ever wipe the bed either. So ever.
He likes his bed the way he likes his own butt.
I don't think that I like when I first got the sheet, I washed the sheet in Dawn dishwashing detergent and warm water, let it fully dry, and I've never wiped it down since then. Ever. But and I didn't touch it with the greasy hands. I had the sheet off when I did all that. Now I forgot what I was going to say. I got sidetracked.
Oh, why did you swap the hot end in the first place? I don't remember where this journey began.
Because the big blob, remember the 4-pound Jesse PLA blob?
Yep.
And then we got all that cleaned out and it started printing and we found it wrapped around the wheel, whatever.
Yep.
But then I was getting thermal runaway on this guy anytime I tried to print PLA. It was fine with PETG because it didn't need a cooling fan. But as soon as a cooling fan would come on, it would overrun this and I'd get thermal runaway. So I think it just had a weak heat cartridge. So I was going to put in a new heat cartridge, and Andrew M, not to be confused with Andrew M, came in, from 3D Gloop and said, you need a Revo. And everybody in the chat was like, Revo, Revo, Revo. So I put
and what is the Revo gaining you as somebody who knows nothing about the Revo?
Really, it's the ease of changing the nozzle.
So right, because they're the cylinder ones, right?
Yeah, you can just unscrew it. You don't have to do it hot. You do it cold, and you can just unscrew it with your fingers. And then, so you can change sizes, which I don't typically do, but I might now. Oh, that's good. That's got some good adhesions. I like it. God, I wish there was more time to say goodbye.
There's always next week.
But also it's supposed to be more efficient. It's supposed to heat up quicker.
You're completely out of focus right now.
Oh, that's fine.
There we go. I am gonna have to cut out somewhat quickly though. I got to unfortunately make a phone call.
Well, I have to cut out anyway. I gotta go make dinner.
Yeah.
So
I'm doing okay, Paul Cumber. How are you?
How about this angle? Oh, check it. No shave November, bro. Yeah, that's a month.
Seems about right.
I asked number one son. It was a couple of months ago now, but I said to him, "Are you shaving yet, son?" And he's like, "I'm your kid." I said, well, "I just wanted to be sure, like I don't want you to think that you have to go at it alone." But no, he's blessed with the same, not having to shave very often, if at all. So. Uncle Ron said, "You'll have to let me know how easy the Revo is to unscrew by hand. I'm curious if Dad can do it without tools." Yeah, I remember having that conversation. But again, the Revo is completely round. But we'll definitely figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think like with the printer up, it might be easy to get hold of it, or maybe we could even make some kind of a small tool, almost like a small oil filter wrench. So. But anyway, anything you want to promote there, Mr. James?
Well, I dropped a video comparing the new orange pie to the raspberry pie, so that's up on the main channel. I think I have a new video coming out on the retro channel this week. So
it's pretty bad when you don't even know your own videos are coming out.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, I missed a video, but I knew that was going to happen. This is just a terrible time of year for me. But I am hoping to have one come out on this coming Friday, and it will most certainly be Fummins related. The good news is the Fummins project is almost finished, so the wrap up will be coming on that very soon. I had a guy who actually reach out to me and ask me how much I would charge to do his. And I gave him what I feel is a reasonable number, but it's still ridiculous. So we'll see how that pans out. Otherwise, I hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving if you're here in the United States.
If you do if you end up doing a second one, you should do the second one as just like one video. like it's basically speedrunning, being like, well, I took my time with the last one, but this one's for somebody else that can't afford to wait. So let's see how quickly I can get it done.
Yeah, but I'm going to get paid by the hour. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I would definitely not do another full feature unless it had something like really extravagantly different.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. It could turn out to be a logistics issue more than anything. Like he may be too far away. So,
yeah.
But Uncle Ron said truck sounds good. You mean it's gonna sound good when it's completed?
Yep.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you. This 2 hours went really fast for me. I'm sorry I didn't pay attention to chat more than I did, but it was nice to get this guy back up and running. I am going to fire up a benchy before I go in and let this thing run out of benchy, and we'll see.
It'll still be on the bed next week.
Absolutely, it will.
Yeah.
What is the date next week? So, show schedule could. No, it doesn't matter. Everything will
It's
be
the 4th
fine.
next week.
No, we should be fine, at least on my side. So, but
I should be good for the 4th, 11th, and 18th, and then the 25th and the 1st are after that. So we might miss 2 in a week, 2 in a row.
Why wouldn't you be here for the 25th? Everything takes place in the morning.
Uh,
I do want to say that my birthday falls on Christmas. I am a Christmas baby, and I'll be 50 years old this year.
Yikes.
So, big gifts, big gifts.
Mm.
I expect big gifts from everyone. Check out my Amazon wish list. No, I'm kidding. I don't even think I have an Amazon wish list anymore. But I really will be 50 on Christmas this year. So, but we probably won't stream for that. So maybe we'll do like a birthday stream the week before, and I'll eat cake in front of you and have a sugar
A blood
overload.
sugar spike.
Yeah. But
Alrighty.
but otherwise, thank you guys for watching. We'll definitely catch you next week. Always watch my Twitter feed for updates. That's the best place to find what's going on. I don't know. Did I get everything in there?
I think so.
Thank you guys. We love each and every one of you. And until next time, as always, print on.
Print on.